All right, are we getting a Breville espresso machine? Are we
I think we're
bringing?
getting. I think we got to get the Breville. We got pour over game in Beppu. I got the pour over game here now too, but Breville is the missing piece for
Do
me.
we? Can we
Like it,
also make this a business expense or nah? That's.
I think so.
Do you think so? Like, I don't
Coffee
know.
machine, that's an office expense.
Is it off?
Totally. Yeah,
Okay.
coffee machine. Welcome back to the Buying a House in Japan podcast. I'm your host, Joey, joined by my co-host, Take. Last week, we left everybody off on a cliffhanger. What happened? We made an offer on a house in Tokyo. Can you give us a little bit of background on that house again? What were the pros and cons?
Pros and cons. Pros, pretty dope spot. It's like 2,500 square feet in Japan. That's a huge plot of land. It was recently renovated, quote unquote, maybe lipstick on a pig. Has a parking spot, which we found out is pretty large. From the photos, it looks small. It's also next to a U.S. military golf course, so we might be getting good at golfing soon. Cons, though, it's really far away from Tokyo, central Tokyo, like an hour away, I'd say. What are the cons?
Yeah,
Nothing around it.
still technically Tokyo. Maybe some cracks. Like we had a friend go there to check it out as well, in addition to the real estate agent. Some cracks, maybe like around the garage area that's like a concrete kind of looking thing. But other than that, it is an old building. They did do a renovation. We don't know truly what the bones look like. As we mentioned before, we weren't able to do a building inspection. The seller's side didn't allow that. A little bit scummy, but
Little bit scummy. Yeah. I'm not sure if we mentioned last time, but yeah, we put the offer in. Again, Joey mentioned it right there, but they did not let us put in the home inspection, which is usually our bargaining tool, which is what we did for the last Crow Lux, which didn't work out well.
yeah, that didn't. Yeah, that was our strategy. It didn't work. Actually, I was thinking about this earlier today. One of the interesting things that we learned with this process, I've been reading threads on the internet about the U.S. home market, and you always hear people getting outbid. Someone like, "Oh, I got out my rats. I got outbid on this property." And the person that got outbid even offered over asking. So we tried that actually. So someone else had made an offer. I don't know if the offer was accepted, but they hadn't signed or done anything yet. We talked to our real estate agent and we said, hey, what if we offer over asking price? It wasn't by too much more. I don't remember the specifics. It was like 17.8 million. And we said, oh, let's just bump it up to 18 million or something like that. Let's try the American tactic of
Dagger.
offering over asking. And it didn't work. I think the seller's agent said, no, we can't do it. We got to go in order or something like that. So that is interesting to hear, especially from the seller's side agent being a little bit scummy to begin with. Just the fact that they didn't immediately jump at the higher price, but they're like, no, we have an order and we must respect the order.
To be fair on the Japanese real estate agent side, though, like they definitely knew. So, like, the house is old already. They did a remodel. Of course, there's going to be something wrong with it. And they think they knew that. But we could be walking into a lemon, Joey. We actually, maybe, should we do a home inspection? We'll talk about it later. But yeah, we could be walking into lemon. To Joey's point, it's just the real estate market is not as bidding war prone, I'd say here, at least in this market that we're looking at. So, Joey, what happened basically? Someone else was in front of us. We tried to bid higher. Things were looking bleak, right?
Yeah, we tried to bid higher. So seller's agent said, no, we have this order. We must respect the order. But it came down to our real estate agent, Yoshi, said that, oh, okay, they're going to be signing Sunday. And he was like, there is a slight chance it doesn't work, but maybe we should start looking at other properties, is what he told us. He was like, sorry about this one, guys. I was excited
He was
too.
so apologetic. He's like, I'm
Yes.
so sorry about this. And we're like, it's okay, Yoshi, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. On to the next one. I remember you had started looking at some other properties. We did find some other cool ones, but Sunday comes around. This was just last Sunday. Sunday comes around and we get a text from Yoshi saying the buyer who was in front of us in line couldn't get their mortgage approved. So I guess last minute the bank said, no, we're not going to approve their mortgage. And they had to pull out.
Woo!
So we are next in line, and now we're just trying to get the deposit over there, a little bit of herding cats, a little bit with a few different entities involved to actually get the money to the seller. So we're right in the middle of that and trying to just coordinate with a few different parties to have everybody in line. And we're doing this remotely. So it is a little bit of a project management. I think you called it project management or something earlier today, Take. Emails and texts back and forth, just organizing.
Before that, we got our offer accepted. Let's go. That's such good news, right? We have a house in Tokyo, maybe.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate.
Time to celebrate.
With a yard, we can have a sauna there. We can have,
Plenty of
I mean,
space.
yeah, plenty of space.
Again, it's far away. I don't think people are going to visit us, but I don't know if you're listening to this and you're in Tokyo and we have this place set up. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll have a pizza oven. Hopefully, we'll have. Oh no, actually, the biggest pro I totally forgot. We're 20 minutes away from Costco. Costco is my favorite store in the world, dude.
Japanese Costco is pretty good too. I've been to this Tama one before. I remember when we were at ICU, rented a car and we went there once. I think
Yeah.
maybe Neil came with me.
I was looking at like a YouTube video yesterday of the selection. The sashimi game, the quality fish game in this Costco is so high. I'm excited. Like between that and Kappabashi, we go get some good knives. We have
Yep,
a car.
yeah, we're gonna have a car. We got a garage. We're set, I would say. The only thing is like a little bit far from downtown Tokyo, but I think it's manageable. If we get a bicycle, then it's only 15 minutes to our train station. And then if you can line it up with the limited express train, half an hour to Shinjuku. So manageable, a little bit more planning involved to not spend an hour and a half commuting, but manageable.
Yeah. So for anyone who's just listening now, the steps were we identified this place we found on akimart.com. Take a look. We then used our real estate agent, Yoshi, and submitted an offer. He submitted the offer and it got accepted. So the next direct step for us is to find a way to transfer this. Actually, we already did, but there's a 10% deposit. So we're paying about 1.5 million yen, which is like what is that? Like close to 10,000 US dollars. What we're
Yes.
now doing is coordinating the like signing of the contract. So we've already sent the $10,000 to our Japanese bank account, which was like a little bit hard. We'll describe that in a second. The next step is now we're coordinating with our like Japanese business representative who's on our company to sign on our behalf and pay that $10,000. This seems to be like a really weirdly manual thing. There's no like escrow. It sounds like it all needs to happen like the same day, Joey.
Yeah. I don't understand the reason, but it did seem from a real estate agent that once we sign some document for the deposit, like the deposit needs to happen right away. Like it can't wait a day or anything like that. It has to happen right then. So
He said we could bring cash.
yeah, we could bring
Should we do
cash too.
cash? That'd be interesting.
Who was that real estate agent in Beppu said that too? We talked Betsudai Kosan.
Yeah.
I remember they told us that too. It's like, yeah, you can buy a house in cash.
Yeah. If you're doing this for the first time, just know the transaction process of sending the money was one hurdle that we actually preemptively did. So I sent the money May 13th and we just got notice it hit the bank account like 2 days ago. Funny
10
story.
days ish.
Yeah. How do we receive the mail? How do we receive the notice, Joey, that we had got the money?
So normally, and even the normal state of affairs is pretty crazy, which is you get a call from the bank notifying you of a deposit, and then they ask a bunch of scrutinizing questions, making sure that you're not involved with money laundering or whatever. But this time around, we got a physical letter. Our accountant, it was sent to our accountant, but the bank sent him a physical letter 10 days after our deposit saying, yep, your deposit was received in the bank account. No, we don't have online banking. We don't have a debit card. We have no transparency into our bank account. We just sent $10,000 over, and 10 days later, we got a snail mail saying that our deposit was received.
Like, what the actual F, dude? This is such a weird. For anyone thinking Japan's like tech forward, this is a clear example that it's not. At least the banking side.
At least, yeah, the banking side, and just I think we mentioned it last time, but the banking side again, the A big hurdle is just to get approved for a bank account. We did get that approval, and that seemed to go was pretty streamlined, but I think that process was took maybe a month and a half just to get approved for the bank account. And now we need to apply for online banking, which we heard from our accountant the other day that it might be another 2 weeks until we get approved for online banking. But we still need to apply for the debit card. We still need to apply for the credit card. It's like all these things until you have some semblance of normal banking flow. And even then, every single deposit, it feels like not no matter what dollar amount you're depositing, there's going to be some sort of money laundering check that they do. Usually, like you'll get a phone call maybe a few days after the deposit, and where they're asking you questions. And at the moment, we don't have a Japanese phone number, and I believe this conversation is going to be in Japanese. So someday we'll try to take this on ourselves. But it's just one hurdle after another to get a Japanese bank account.
Yeah, and it's so many steps. And again, it's going to take, if you're listening to this and you're doing the same thing, it's going to take longer than you think. So basically we got our money in our US bank account. We used OFX to convert it to US dollar to Japanese yen. It hit our Japanese bank account. It took about 10 days to get it confirmation that it was there. We were freaking out a little bit. We're like, where's our money? Our real estate agent was like, hey, we need the deposit soon. And we're like, oh shit, how are we going to get the money there, Joey?
Good
Um,
thing we
yeah,
preemptively did that.
totally. We actually had the rate's actually better now. When we transferred it, it was 152. Joey, it's actually 155 on OFX now. So we should consider maybe
Really?
doing a bulk transfer soon.
Yeah, that's how. So if you look at if anyone else is using OFX to transfer money, OFX makes its money. So there is like a little thing for fees, but I don't think I've ever seen like a flat fee that we've paid. But they make their money off the exchange rate. So whatever the exchange rate is, they offer you slightly worse exchange rate, and then that's how they skim a little bit off the top.
Yeah. So our next steps is hopefully our business partner in Japan is going to meet with our Japanese real estate agent Yoshi and the sellers, and he is going to sign on our behalf with our company. So we're purchasing this under our company, which I think makes things a little easier, maybe, in that we don't need power of attorney. So hopefully it's all going to be settled by next week and the contract will be signed. But we're currently, Joey specifically has written out a nice message. It's herding cats, to say the least.
Yeah, a little bit like herding cats. So it was so we just introduced our real estate agent and accountant the other day on a WhatsApp channel, and now we're trying to like we thought that they might be able to coordinate better between the two of them, but I think it is going to take a little bit of all right, a project management. So I'm trying to step in a little bit and manage the
Communication.
communication, make sure that we're all on the same page because we don't want there to be any issues on the day that any of these things need to happen. I'd rather iron out the issues ahead of time and make sure they're ironed out.
Totally. And it's I feel like we got to get things right. I feel like Japanese business is quite serious. I don't want to offend. I don't think the seller could pull out at this point, or I don't think they would, but I don't want to jeopardize anything with miscommunication on our end. So we're going to go to Japan, Joey. We have a house in Tokyo coming up. We're planning to go last week of June, so June 25th ish. Our goal is, I think that I'm going to be there for a week. I think, Joey, you're planning to be there a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, maybe a couple weeks.
So we are now going from, we think we have a turnkey house. How do we furnish it and live in it as soon as possible is the current mission, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazon.co.jp. We're not going to have the car. Oh, I guess we could borrow our friend's car again. So again, Nitori, I guess, is back on the table, at least for lighting, probably. But amazon.co.jp was so strong in Beppu.
Okay.
Um, and we know the hurdles. Make sure you understand there could be two addresses associated with your house. Make sure you figure out what the mailing address is. That was one of the issues we ran into. Put up a sign somewhere where the Amazon delivery person is going to see it saying, hey, drop packages here, because a lot of times they'll take the package with them if no one's home at the house. That was another thing we ran into. Or if your house looks like it's abandoned, they might not want to drop mail off there because they're going to think to themselves, no one lives here. Why am I dropping a package here? So yeah, a few things you need to do just to make sure that your Amazon packages get delivered in your absence.
Okay. So one, we got to figure that out. Two, there currently isn't any There's only one air conditioning unit. We're going in like end of June, bro. It's gonna be so hot.
There's one
Let
AC. We might be sleeping in that room.
let's see if we can. I say we over index on getting ACs in there, but I also feel like that might need an electrical upgrade. Let's see if we can. I don't know when it's too soon to do it, but ideally we step in there and there's an AC in every room because I hate Japanese heat.
It might not need an electrical upgrade in the sense that I think they could probably just install it. I think there are plugs like in most rooms for an AC, but the issue will come down if you're trying to run them all at the same time. Then
Tokyo.
the main breaker might flip.
Okay. Tokyo weather end of June. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. 26 high, 19 low. Is
Yeah,
that
Andy said we had a friend visit the property, and I remember just a few days ago. I remember we asked him, and what did he say? He said it was 70. That sounded nice.
okay? That's not too bad. Maybe we're fine. We also need to get internet. Let's get like the fastest internet we can. I don't know if how to set that up. We also got to work with Yoshi on utilities. Can he do the utilities for us?
Yeah, we can try. Yeah, so Yoshi add value. They can do utilities. Yes, I confirm that. We also there's another just if anyone else is listening, there's another service based out of Fukuoka, but I did confirm that they can handle nationwide that specifically sets up utilities for foreign homeowners. They also pick up your mail, translate it, scan it, and send it to you as well. So if mailmates.jp, that's another option for us as well. We'll figure that out though.
We really got to write. What do we need here? I think we're planning to land in Tokyo and maybe stay the first night. That
I think
insane?
if we get the Amazon going, if we do a test Amazon package and it gets delivered, then I think it's send it. I'm not worried about packages getting stolen, but I think we
So
just
we're gonna get off
at
the
least
plane.
mattresses and sheets.
Yeah, get off the plane, go straight there, unbox a whole bunch of Amazon stuff, sleep. The sheets aren't even going to be clean though. We gotta get a washer dryer too, right?
Yeah, so maybe we get a hotel for one night,
Hmm.
and especially if George, I think I can't remember what day we
George.
land. Yeah, we're trying to coordinate with a friend too, maybe to do some filming. I remember him mentioning there was one specific day he can't do around that time.
Okay. Yeah, let's maybe do the 25th or 26th. We'll figure out the timing, but let's talk about fun stuff, Joey. What are we gonna buy? What's
Yeah.
our top picks? Give me your top.
I
What's
like the
your-
bed frame that I got in Beppu. I think I'm gonna get the same one again, same mattress, same sheets.
I
I like
agree.
that setup.
Let's do the exact. I like your setup better. Your mattress was way better, or your frame was much better. But
Yeah,
overall,
we had the same mattress.
our entire
Yeah,
mattress sheet setup,
that was
top
great.
notch. Yep.
What was that brand again? You use it in your Airbnbs, don't you?
Just I use the cheapest one. People like on Airbnb are always like, "Hey, what mattress do you use? It's really comfortable."
Yeah, I think it's
This
great.
is the
I
cheapest one on Amazon, guys.
I also think it's great though.
Yeah, just
All
replace
right,
it.
fun stuff. Okay, Breville. If anybody listening knows anything about coffee machines in Tokyo, they look a little pricey. But the alternative is bring it from America. We would need a whole separate suitcase for it. Maybe not something we want to do. It would be on you, Take, to do that if you're going to do it.
Yeah, so I'm flying to Hawaii. Let's see. I guess I could ship it to Hawaii. Actually, it would save us sales tax. Um, but if you want, I can do it. But I'm not going to bring anything. Like I'm going to bring a suitcase and a Breville box, basically.
I don't know. Maybe we just buy from Amazon.
But it's going to be so satisfying. That first espresso shot we have in the house where it's cold and think about it.
Cold espresso.
Or sorry, it's going to be cold in the room with our AC,
Oh,
and then when we have this, we're
AC.
like, that's the dream. We have maybe some chair, minimal furniture, sipping this espresso shot.
All right, another fun purchase. I want to see how you react to this, but that is it. The rug that we got in the chill room in Beppu. What do you think?
It's
That
good.
real plush one?
Oh, 100%. I would almost say our houses, it seems like they took out the tatami and they put in some kind of vinyl flooring.
Furoringu. Yeah,
Yeah,
furoringu.
don't love that. I actually want to see if we can switch back to tatami. But yeah, I think that was pretty cheap. I feel like that was an MVP buy that was like at least we're getting from V0 to V1 kind of thing. I'd much rather sit on that than the hardwood floor.
Yeah, it depends. Do we eventually want to have a low room? So the room that we call the chill room in the Beppu house, it's a low couch we got from Nitori. This really plush, like memory foam carpet. We were on the fence about it at first, but I think it's a great buy in the end. Like a low coffee table thing. Do we want to have one of those low rooms in this house?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Again, we're going from to V0 here. Let's see. I think beds we need to figure out. Generally, I think a washing machine. We should figure that out. Refrigerator. I would like a nice sound system or stereo. We could probably go to a used store and figure that out. But sauna is my top vote if we can find a way to do it.
I think I was just looking at I can't remember the prices. I remember I was looking at some website the other day.
Costco sauna
Barrels,
Japan, I believe.
barrel sauna.
Yeah, I think okay. They have we can find one. I think it might be expensive, but I do think it's worth it. I know Yuji knows someone who makes sauna, so maybe you can convince him. But what else do we need? Let me think.
Really? Yeah, so it's gonna be nice to do laundry there. We have a unit shower room thing, which is nice. We don't really need that bathtub, I don't think, but
Yeah.
whatever, we've got it for now.
I think we got to get some sweet knives from Kapabashi. Do some cooking.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a good knife store there. A few, actually, many.
Tokyo base camp, going to be a lot of cooking. I actually prefer that. I feel like when I go to Japan, I just go out and eat and get real fat. I feel like us
Yeah.
cooking at home is like better portion control, cheaper. Costco, I'm stoked.
Rice cooker.
They're
Actually,
really
when I
good.
was back in Beppu with Lauren, we went to a bunch of the recycle shops and some pretty good deals on like rice cookers,
Yeah.
fridges, that kind of stuff. I think there was better deals than when me and you were there in the fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's furnish for anyone listening. Japan has like a really good reuse, recycle shop kind of culture. I think we could get most of the stuff we need there. But lighting, we got to go to Nitori. Just get that. We're going to walk in and it's going to be all like fluorescent blue light, which is going to be gross.
Yeah, and it's all on the ceiling,
Yeah.
fluorescent kind of lights. Yeah, not good.
Should we do a home inspection? Do we want to know what's fucked up at this point? Like,
We can always do one later. I don't know. Maybe we should know.
should
We should know.
we, what in the contract, like if we did a home inspection now, could we back out? I guess we would lose our deposit.
They did say something like if you're not going to make an offer, then don't do the
Okay.
home inspection or something like that. I don't know. I guess it's a question for Yoshi. If
Yeah.
we like when we want to do it, that Yoshi's our real estate agent.
Okay. Cool, man. We got a house. I think I'm gonna try to push us to do more of these podcasts just to document like every single step here. But for now, it's been pretty smooth. It sounds like we're gonna get keys within a couple weeks, which is very different than our previous experience. It might be because we have a business in Japan now, but things are moving fast.
Yeah,
A
it
lot.
might be Tokyo. It might be that now this is basically double the price of our other house, so it
Mhm.
could be a few different reasons why the pace is faster.
We just bought a turnkey house in Tokyo for $115,000, Joey. Congratulations.
Congrats to us.
We did it. All right. Cool. We'll do another episode next week. I'm excited to keep you guys up to date. Hopefully, this deal does not fall through. But for now, fingers crossed, our accountant and our real estate agent can meet up and transfer this money so we can get our deposit in there. All right. See you later.